At Tassie Visuals, we believe every brand has a story worth sharing. We're not just creators, we're storytellers, crafting experiences that grab attention and drive results. Our expertise in video production, photography, drone operation, and website design turns your vision into reality.
Okay, all right. We are good to go here, Phil. There we, if I whack that on, yep. Okay. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome along to Rain Basketball Stadium for round 4 of the. Can you still hear me, Jacob? What if I do that? No, still nothing. Okay. It does have its moments, these headphones. It really does. So I was going to say, I think I've got you on. Yep. Okay. Yeah. It has its moments, Jacob. Where, all right, it's happened to me and JB before, where we've kind of go in and out, but the audio's still coming through. So we just got to still keep talking, so to speak. But welcome along to round 4 of the Island Hustle here for another week by the Island Hustle YouTube channel. Of course, subscribe and you can watch every game live and free exclusively, or you can watch on playback as well too. SPR taking on Ringleader in our women's game here tonight. Great to have you with us. We have a full crew here for once this week. Ron Riggs and Jacob Dool, and we've got JB on camera tonight as well too. Hello everyone. Hello Jacob, by the way too.
Good to be here, and as you say, another exciting doubleheader coming up. This one here, maybe not the closest matchup when you look at the ladder as it stands at the moment, but I think we both know how much talent's on both of these rosters, so should be an exciting game nonetheless.
No, absolutely. Of course, Ringleader probably heavily favoured to get up tonight here. Of course, the big out for SPR is Shana Appleby not playing tonight as well too. So we'll see what happens here and as we get underway here for term number 1. Chloe Broomhall gets us going from the right of screen. Now Taya Stevenson. Now Kate Berry throwing one up to try and get us going. No good. Ball goes out of play and comes back to SPR here. Of course, SPR welcome back though. Bridie McCaffrey, who's been away for the last couple of weeks. So and Ringleader had a full strength team tonight as well too. So as I say, this should be a good game though. SPR without Appleby might lose a little bit of depth there a little bit. We'll see. Wells has an open lane and gets scoring underway.
Nice start there for Emerson Wells. She's been scoring the ball really well, hasn't she, so far in Island Hustle, so they'll need her to have a big game if they want to hang in this contest.
Absolutely. Had a good game as well too in the quarterfinals of the University Basketball League as well earlier this week, as Neve Swain, who was player of the game last week, gets it to go for that one.
And that's how you want to carry on your form, isn't it, after, as you say, a player of the game performance. Keep things rolling early here.
Yes, and just starting to come out of her shell a little bit, young Neve, and she knocks that one down there for the three-point play. You know, she's that's good to see her stepping up as well too. Just again adds that little bit more depth to the scoring. Meanwhile, Broomhall was able to pick that one off. She's still got it. Now needs help. Getting a little bit stuck at the corner. Has to go kick it out. Berry with it. Broomhall trying to split through. And nice take and runner off the window there, Jacob.
How good's Chloe Broomhall been so far in this tournament? Number 1 pick for a reason. Leading scorer and really doing everything. So no surprise to see her in the action early.
Yep, no, the number 1 draft pick doing what she does best. Meanwhile, Waller has an open lane once again. That's twice now that SPR have had an open lane to the ring. So I'm sure Jackson Collins might have to address that issue. Meanwhile, Swain from deep. Yes. Eve Swain from downtown.
Never looked like missing that one, did it?
No.
30% shooter from 3 in the tournament so far.
Yes, no, she can knock it down. I've seen her in junior games where she's been able to, just light up from out of nowhere. So if she can fight, like I say, that's a good confidence booster for her early. Now, shot clock here at 7. Now, Waller trying to split through. Is that an offensive foul? It is. So good defence there by the Ringleader crew to draw the charge. And Ringleader to get it back. Referees for this evening's game: Jack Skelly, David Farmers, and Jordan Cooper as well too. So Broomhall. Now Berry has to kick this one out. Swain looking to attack. Stevenson. Great first step, but couldn't get the finish. Now Waller up the floor here. Yeah, Sarah Nyhouse, by the way, too. Couldn't get that to go. Now Wilson here at the corner for 3. Yes, and of course Linton Wilson had a good shooting night the last time you were on call, Jacob, as well too.
Yeah, absolutely, and that never looked like missing, even with the nice hard closeout. She's 42% shooter from deep, so no surprises to see that go down.
Yeah, no, first shot of the game is good as well too, as Wells wanted to respond, but no good. Now quickly up the floor here for Chloe Broomhall. Again, slowing this one down for the troops. Now, Swain for another 3. No good. Stevenson with the mid-range, yes.
That just felt a little bit too easy, didn't it, off the offensive rebound. Stevenson almost didn't think she was going to have as much time as she did, sort of paused before shooting it, but no one really too eager to close out.
No, definitely not. And that has sparked a timeout from SPR. They are down 13-2, and, well, it's the hot shooting that's really got Ringleader going with some really good defence being played as well at the same time, Jacob.
Yeah, as you say, on both ends, really getting the job done. To hold a team to 2 points through the first almost 4 minutes is definitely a win. And then, as you say, the shooting, they've made a couple of triples already, 3 of 5 from inside the arc. A good scoring spread as well, 4 players on the board. So really can't be any complaints so far for Ringleader. This is just business as usual for them.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know, they're on the top of the ladder at the moment as well too. We've been in the women's competition, Jacob, and really I believe this is the the last week of where everyone now would have played everyone as well too in the women's competition.
Yep, I think you're right. So to still be undefeated at this point shows that they are the team to beat, and everyone else will be chasing them the rest of the way. So it's a good spot to be in, but as we can see here, they're certainly not sitting on their hands even with that lead in hand.
No, definitely not. That is for sure. So 6:22 remaining here in the first quarter as we come to you from the Lorraine Basketball Stadium. Great to have you with us on it's been a very cold and rainy Friday here in Hobart.
I feel like we say it a lot in Hobart, but it's a good time to be involved in indoor sport.
Absolutely. Wells able to get that 2 off the break, and SPR with a badly needed bucket after the timeout. So good execution there.
Wells the only player to score for them still, so they'd want to get the ball in her hands as much as possible.
Yes, absolutely. As that ball back out to Wilson, same spot and same result, Jacob.
Exact same result, hasn't touched the rim still. Really good shooting early continues.
Yeah, no, Lindsay Wilson up to 6 points now. Two from Atlanta Plenty. As Waller needs to get a move on here. Now Ferguson. Back out to Wells. Shot clock at 8, so Wells will fire one up and missed everything. Ringleader were able to do a good job on the box out there. And now Stevenson up the floor here to Wilson, and just a little bit too ambitious on the pass, but seemed to be the right idea.
It's just about on target, wasn't it? But having to walk the tightrope on the baseline there made it hard to reel it in. So a rare mistake early in this game.
So Swain is off and Abby Brown into the ball game here for Ringleader.
Good defensive pressure there in the full court from Ringleader, and I think they'll win back possession there. So they're not letting up defensively early in this game.
No, very similar to what I saw early in the week with Stewie's University of Tasmania women's side, who were relentless with their pressure in the back court for their opposition. And no wonder they got the win on Tuesday through to the semi-finals next week, which will be here at home, Jacob. We're just waiting for a venue and a time and a confirmation. There's Ferguson.
To be excited, isn't there, at the moment in Tassie basketball?
Absolutely. Lots going on. Of course, the men's team won their quarterfinal as well too, but they'll play away now for the rest of the competition. As Berry knocks that one down.
Just getting contributions from everywhere at the moment. Ringleader, that's all 5 of their starters on the scoreboard already. And
that's what you want in with these. You want the ball getting through sets of hands, everyone getting in touch, everyone to score. So great teamwork by Ringleader. Of course, head coach Daniel Stabble still away overseas currently at the moment, hence why Jackson Collins is taking the acting head coaching duties as that 2-ball goes down there.
Broomhall, doesn't matter what defense is in front of her, does it? She just powers through and able to finish up over the top.
I feel like, again, the next evolution will be, can she develop that perimeter game? You know, defensively, she's shown what she's got. She can get to the rim offensively. Now will be that shooting prowess from the perimeter. I feel that's going to be the next evolution for her as she tries to make it for a basketball journey.
It's really the only thing she's not elite at the moment, isn't it? Because as you say, the inside shooting, playmaking, defense really does it all. So if she can find that outside shot, I think really the sky would be the limit, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. Again, there's some interest from some colleges in America with her, and we're not sure if she'll be around next year or not as yet. We would hope she'd suit up for the Chargers next season in NBL 1 South, so be interesting to see. Meanwhile, McCaffrey down low, draws contact. That's going to be on Sharby, so Bridie McCaffrey will go to line for 2. Of course, Bridie studying currently in Queensland at the moment with the University of Sunshine Coast, who's also a feature in the UBL, and of course she just recently come off the national championships that the university's held a couple of weeks ago up in the sunny Gold Coast. So good to see Bridie back down.
There's worse places to spend your time, is there, on the Sunshine Coast? So.
I know, we were all trying to get a gig up there, but we were denied. But
a day like today, more than ever, it'd be good to be up in the sun.
Absolutely, been raining for most of today in Hobart and amongst the state as well too. And certainly showing spring truly alive, folks. That is for sure. Brown kick out here to Sharby. Now Stevenson throwing one up, couldn't get that to go. And then Nolan with the rebound there, and she drawed contact for the foul.
One of the easier calls the referees will have there. Looked like more of a holding the ball decision than a basketball foul, but...
Yes, did she have prior opportunity, Jacob? That's what I'd like to know.
We might have to ball that one up.
May have to. Ball goes deflected out of bounds and back to SPR.
As we've said, there's just no escape from this defensive pressure, is there? We look at how high Ringleader are pressing. Doing a really good job of staying in front as well for the most part.
Nolan inside to Nyhouse. Nyhouse now kicking this one out. Ferguson inside to McCaffrey. And couldn't get that to go. Last touch by Nyhouse there. Wasn't a bad action. Just moving it in, trying to get it through, and yeah, just couldn't get that one on that occasion.
Trying to do the right things, I think, aren't they, SPR, but it's just not quite working at the moment. Credit to the defense as well for that, but at least trying to keep the ball moving, as you say.
Broomhall kicks this one out. Shot there by Sharby, missed everything. Ball last touched and goes back to SPR there. So substitution as Sienna Nolan in for Sarah Nyhouse. Tay Stevenson coming off. Sammy Cooper into the ball game. So everyone ringing through the changes here in this first quarter. Of course, the Island Hustle all brought to you by Tassie Visuals, and of course with our major partners Champion Teamwear and JD Sports. Now Ferguson tried to put that runner up, but no good. And then Ferguson did a good job of getting it back. Now Wells puts it to the floor. Now McCaffrey. They're getting a little bit stuck here on this on the strong side of the floor there, and 4 seconds left on the shot. They'll need to find something here. Substitutions. Swain and Wilson come in. Berry and Brown have a breather.
We see here the benefit of that style of defense Ringleader are playing, even when you don't force the turnover. Just so deep in the clock now, trying to create something.
Absolutely. And, well, Ferguson able to draw the foul there on Wilson. So, Ellie Ferguson at the line here for 2.
Ferguson, another player that want to get involved a bit more, wouldn't they? Team's leading scorer, averaging just under 23 points a game. So she and Wells are really the engine behind this SPR team. Need both of them firing here.
Yes, they certainly do. And Ferguson will go 1 or 2. So marching back to 12 here currently at the moment. And right now, both teams trying to find a way through. And foul on the play, so Ringleader will get it back here. So Wilson kicks this one out over to the far side. Now Sharby. Broomhall. And Broomhall splitting through a couple once again and just couldn't get that one to go. So Wells up the floor here for SPR. Now the ball getting kicked out to the corner. Now we go inside. Wells, nice spin move. Can she get the finish? She can.
Nicely done there from Wells. Almost had a clear path to the lane anyway, but made sure of it with the nice spin and finish.
Yeah, no, good finish there. As ball here with Sharby. Now the corner here was, well, Wilson from the other side of the floor.
Doesn't matter which corner she's in, does it? Knocking everything down
No,
still.
she's certainly finding the hot hand here in this first quarter. That's 3 of 3.
9 points leading scorer in the game.
Yeah, no, Wilson just absolutely on pinpoint accuracy tonight at the moment. So Stevenson now attacking hard. Can't get that one to go. Wells with it. As Wells comes up the floor. Now ball Nolan. So the Nolan sisters combine on that one and get the two there to go. Good screen by sister and Sienna, and then the finish there by young Pagey.
Great finish on the move, wasn't it? Nice touch on the floater.
Was very nice touch, Jacob. Oh, boy, Stevenson missing everything on that one. Stevenson not having the best of shooting nights at the moment, but certainly when you've got a team of some good shooters around you, you can afford to have a bad night potentially.
You can, yeah. It's not quite as costly when you've got this kind of lead in hand, but interesting little stint here with Broomhall on the bench for Ringleader. You know, she's really initiating a lot of their offense, so see what they can come up with to close out the quarter. 3
ball at the corner. That was missed everything there by McCaffrey. Now Swain goes up strong. Couldn't get that to go. Now McCaffrey with it here once again. Quick double team arrives for her as well too. But able to get through that. Wells kicks this one through. Lucy Hollingsworth out there as well too for her first minutes tonight. Good to see. Now Nolan into Wells for the 2. Yes, there we go.
A little bit scrappy, wasn't it? But they were able to get it where they wanted with Wells right under the basket.
Yep. So that margin is back to 9 here as Swain throws up a prayer. I don't know if she was watching Josh Giddy today against Cleveland at Chicago, where Giddy just threw one up at a quarter-time buzzer beater, but nonetheless, quarter-time has come, and it's 23-14. Ringleader lead it, and, well, very comfortable quarter, I feel, for Ringleader. They're knocking down their shots defensively. They were able to, do a good job of minimising points for SPR, and SPR struggling at both ends of out on the floor at the moment.
Yeah, as you say, Ringleader really doing everything right. Defensively, they've forced 5 turnovers already, only committed 1 of their own and making shots at a high level. So when you're getting extra possessions and you're shooting the ball better, it's a pretty good recipe for a big lead like we see here.
Absolutely, and right now SPR will need to kind of junk up their defence a little bit and make some adjustments out on the floor, because obviously stops will lead to baskets, but they'll need to do a much better job at the moment because they haven't showed the potential that they're in. I feel like SPR a little bit flat at the moment, where Ringleader are doing a good job at both, as we said, both ends of the floor, just finding their shots and getting what they want on that penetration to the basket as well too.
Yeah, you're right. They have had more energy early in the game, haven't they? Which I think is impressive. You know, you worry that a team that's undefeated up against a team that's yet to have their first win, maybe a bit of complacency might set in, but no sign of that early on. They've really come out with a point to prove and kept their foot on the gas the whole first quarter. Yes, absolutely they have, Jacob. And as we mentioned, great to have you with us by the live stream if you're staying at home tonight and keeping the fire going and whatnot. Yeah, and having a nice little beverage as well too. Of course, subscribe to the Island Hustle YouTube channel, and you can watch this game live, or you can watch it on demand as well too. And a massive thank you to Tassie Visuals as our naming rights partner, along with our major partners in Champion Teamwear and JD Sports. And again, a massive thank you to all our sponsors that you see in the background here. Of course, all the signage around the place here at the moment. And as I say, we are all brave to be here on a Friday night. Currently, with the weather it has been today, Jacob, I'm glad I was home today, actually. Yeah, good decision, I think. But, you know, if anything's going to get you out of the house on a day like this, it'd to be here and watching some good basketball.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that is for sure. Second quarter underway here as SPR have got it for us, and now Nyhouse into Wells, so good action on the play. Wells couldn't get the finish though. Stevenson with the rebound, and Stevenson off and running. This needs to slow this one down for the troops. There's Stevenson He didn't have the best of first quarters. Good. Oh, try to go to pass to Wilson, but no good. And Kate Berry, with her veteran status, still diving on the floor as ever.
Yep, still doing all those little things. Good to see. You're right, I really like that set that SPR ran down the other end. Getting it to Nyhouse, she's got such a height advantage, so to use her as a bit of a playmaker. Didn't get the score, but a good sign out of the timeout, I think.
Yeah, certainly. So some good signs here. Wilson, that breaks the streak there. That'll be 3 or 4 from deep now. Hollingsworth and Swain able to pick that one off. Swain off and running. She's looking to attack, draws contact and gets it to go. Nice work there by Neve Swain, and she'll go to the line for one.
As you said earlier, Swain looking really confident at the moment. She's up to 8 points already and showed no hesitation on that drive there. Happy to take a bit of contact too.
Yeah, no, she certainly plays with a lot of grit and toughness, and it's good to see this evolution of her just coming to shape here. Ball is going back to Ringleader. And now we have a timeout here. We had subs and now timeout, so looks like Jackson Collins is going to draw up a play here. 9:05 here to go in the second quarter. Here. So we'll see what both teams will do. Obviously 1 minute in early, and yes, I did see that, JB. Yes. No, plenty happening away from this competition. It's keeping us all on our toes. I was going to say, I need to tell you off camera, Jacob. I have heard something about, I've heard this potential kind of left field shot at something for next week. I'll tell you at halftime when we go to break. I don't think, if I put on the air, I'm not, yeah.
We'll make the most of our quick ad break at halftime.
Yes, absolutely.
As you say, Jackson Collins taking the chance with a timeout there to draw something up, so
yes.
See what Ringleader have got in their back pocket on this out-of-bounds play.
Absolutely. Jackson Collins obviously doing his coaching junior-wise at Southern Wolves. And a very good mentor to the young lads there in the 16s age group. Taking over from head coach Daniel Saville at the moment, who's away overseas, as we mentioned. Of course, Daniel Saville did ask the question about how you can find the games. I said you can get onto the YouTube channel, and that's where you'll find them. And Nyhouse unfortunately missed that one for all of us. Now Stevenson off and running here. Needs to just, once again, slow that one down. Berry now. Kick out. That's a better find here. Stevenson just back on. Swain with the O board there. So she tries her luck as well too, but no good. So everyone trying their luck from the land of plenty, but no success on that occasion. Ball going over to Schultz. Oh, sorry, that's Nolan, by the way, not Schultz. It is Schultz. Thank you, JB. Why am I getting confused? Schultz up the floor here now. Nyhouse had it. She kicked it off to Ferguson. Ferguson couldn't get the go. Wells gets the 2.
Emerson Wells, first player into double figures now. He's got 10 of her side, 16 points.
So Stevenson splits for a couple, gets the 2.
It's a tough move, isn't it? As you said, struggling shooting the ball a bit, Stevenson, but made that look very easy.
And sometimes you need to get to the basket and get that cheapie to get your confidence going. As we have a quick turnover here, Broomhall able to pick that one off. Now Berry off and running and can't get the 2. That's Nyhouse there getting the rebound. Now Wells with the play call here. Now the ball here with Ferguson. She'll fire one from deep. Couldn't get that to go. Schultz with the rebound and couldn't get that to go either.
Still getting good looks, aren't they? They're just not quite getting anything to drop at the moment.
And Broomhall gets the 2 down that end of the floor.
A little bit more razzle-dazzle from Broomhall there. Again on the spin, splitting the defense.
Yes, nice. She's certainly putting on the moves, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Schultz couldn't get that to go. Good D by her Hobart Phoenix teammate in Neve Swain. As Well, that was Stevenson on the drive. She draws contact.
As you said, Stevenson doing a good job of just getting her head down and getting to the rim. Made the layup the first time, draws the foul there. Good way to get yourself involved in the game.
Yes, substitution here is Neve Swain coming off. Abby Brown back in. So Stevenson at the line here for 2. And gets that one to go down. And goes 1 and 2 there. So margin out to 14 here currently. 6.5 to play as Waller now attacks strong, draws contact, and Emma Waller will go to the line for 2. So the veteran working away to the rim.
Sort of a slow start offensively to this term for both teams, isn't it? So both of them doing well to just get to the free throw line as Waller knocks down the first one there.
Yes. Emma Waller, of course, as we mentioned throughout this season, playing footy in the winter and then playing some on hustle in the summer or spring. Spring-summer. As Wells is coming off, Nolan is coming in. So Broomhall here with the ball carrying duties for Ringleader. As Broomhall looks to attack strong here, but kicks this one out. 3 ball by Brown is no good. And then Wilson misses that one as well too. Broomhall again amongst that rebound. Doing quite well in that category as we would know. Ferguson putting it to the floor here. Kick out, but Stevenson was able to read that one. Now up the floor here, Berry, who does a bit of fitness, is a fitness instructor as well too, by the way.
First one out and running on the break every time here.
My word, she's still got the pace, that is for sure. Now Nyhouse back to Waller. Oh, good D by Broomhall. Get that out of here. Now, spin move by Berry. That is short. Nyhouse able to get it. Now up the floor here. Both teams just really try to run and get some pace here, but unfortunately the result of the shots taken have been no good. So a better set here for SPR as they slow it down. Schultz now putting it to the floor. Schultz getting a little stuck, so kicks this one out. Nolan couldn't get that to go. And now Broomhall with it. So we'll see what Ringleader do on this trip. Now Broomhall just casual as you like on that, but no good. And then no ball awareness there by SPR. That's inexcusable as that shot goes up, but no good.
So lucky escape there, wasn't it? Just let Ringleader waltz in for the free offensive rebound.
Yes, just one of those things you just don't give up. And that shot couldn't go for Nyhouse either. So I don't know what's with that. Well, now obviously Ringleader, I don't know if they've done anything to that end of the floor with that ring, but certainly none of the shots dropping for SPR at the moment. They're only still trailed by 12. Broomhall kicking this one out. Stevenson putting to the floor, draws contact, and we'll go to the line for 2.
It does feel a little surprising, doesn't it, that the margin's only at 12. It felt like it got out to that sort of double-digit range pretty quickly, and SPR only got 4 points on the board in this quarter, and yet they're still just hanging in there. Good toughness.
They certainly are. Stevenson at the line here for 2, knocks down the first. Looks like Bridie McCaffrey's going to check in here if this one goes. It does. No, that might be the next sub. Nolan also coming in as well too. So Waller here with the ball carrying duties. Now Ferguson inside to Nyhouse. They kick it out to the corner here as Nolan had it. Now Ferguson from deep, couldn't get it to go. That's the easiest rebound Nyhouse has got in the quarter, but she couldn't get the putback. Broomhall sees an open lane and takes it.
Good recognition there, as you say. Seas just sort of parted in front of her. Defense wasn't back in time, so did a good job to get right to the rim quickly.
So margin gone back out to 16 here. Nyhouse now looking to go. Nolan thought about it. Waller. Oh, a nice pass into Ferguson. That's a nice play there by SPR.
Beautiful pass. Thought she'd missed Nyhouse on the cut there, but able to find the second cutter instead for a nice layup.
So back to 14. Now Brown from deep. Yes! Well, if there was ever time for a three, Abby Brown able to provide it on that play there. So
the first triple of Island Hustle this season, so everyone's getting in on the act from deep so far.
Everyone's finally banking in their account some numbers, which is good to see. Schultz able to get this one out to Ferguson. Ferguson putting it to the floor, and was that a travel? Jump ball. Both players had a held of it. And are we going for the timeout button here? We are. Nat Geared calling a timeout. Head coach of SPR. 2:44 remaining here before the major break. It is 37-20. And I say, right now again, there's been no real excitement, so to speak, in this first half, Jacob. It's just been more, Ringleader again being probably more the aggressor down one end of the floor. At the same time, I feel like, as you mentioned, SPR getting some good looks, but just whatever's on that rim at the moment, obviously not helping their favour.
It's just not working for them, is it? And full credit to Ringleader. I think they've made it tough with their defence to get those good looks. And when SPR are working so hard to find a good shot, they're just not dropping. So it does feel like, as you say, there's not been too much sting in the contest so far, just because Ringleader have been really sort of ruthless, really efficient at both ends of the floor. That's what you'd expect from the best team in the competition so far, but plenty of time left still. SPR, we'll see what they can come up with to close out this half and maybe chip away at that margin.
Absolutely. 2:44 remaining here before a major break. Great to have you with us through the YouTube channel as well too.
We said it before, but the scoring spread for Ringleader, a real strength of theirs. Wilson 9 points leading the way, but Broomhall with 8, Swain with 8, and Stevenson with 7. Really their whole starting unit playing their role perfectly so far in this game.
Yes, certainly stepping up, that is for sure. Play to restart here for SPR. Ferguson throwing one up on the buzzer, couldn't get that to go. Now Broomhall. Swain here will fire up another one once again, couldn't get that to go. And Caffrey with the rebound. Now Waller looking to attack, good use of the body, couldn't get that to go either. And Broomhall with it here once again. SPR in a very high set offensively here as Brown will fire one from deep. Couldn't get that to go. Ferguson slowing this one down. Ball out to McCaffrey there, who drawed contact. That's going to be on Swain. So Bridie McCaffrey back at the line for 2. More substitutions coming in. Kate Berry and Sammy Cooper coming in. Wilson and that is Abby Brown coming off.
This is something that SPR can try to do, isn't it? Is just work their way to the free throw line. McCaffrey makes the first of 2 there. Shots aren't falling, but if they can just keep things ticking over with some freebies, that's something heading into the break at least.
Absolutely, and we just had a message from Shana Appleby as well too, saying we've got to find out at halftime why assistant coach Ash down there for Ringleader is very quiet. Usually we can hear it from Somerset apparently. Where Shana is. Hello, Shana. If of course you are watching, hello to you. Great to have you with us. Ash very quiet. Of course, one of the more louder coaches in the competition. But yeah, good question. We'll endeavour to find out. Unless I don't know. But anyway, Broomhall knocks it down.
Broomhall, the first player for Ringleader into double figures with another nice and one there. 11 points for her now.
So Ferguson from deep, couldn't get that to go. Nolan able to get the rebound, goes to a sister in Page. And now 3-ball by McCaffrey is no good. And last touch there by SPR. So Ringleader get it back here with minute 17 to go here before halftime.
Still waiting for their first made triple of the game, SPR, which makes it so hard, especially now when they're trying to chase a deficit. They're 0 of 8 from deep.
Yes. It has been a bit of a frustrating shooting half for SPR. As that was last touch by Ringleader, and so SPR to get it back here.
Really important, isn't it, that they finish with some momentum here, but Ringleader keeping the foot down with this full court press.
Yeah, they're not backing off. That is for sure. Waller getting harassed, and travel violation called as Waller took one too many steps there.
Great defense from Swain there to stay up and in, but also stay in front of Waller. Made life really hard as Waller almost gets it back there for
yes,
a team.
I was going to say she's trying to repay back the favour on that one. Right up on Broomhall there. Of course, yes, I know Emma Waller wouldn't hold back either. She'll take on anyone. That is for sure. Swain pulls up for a long two. Is short on that one. Nolan gets the rebound. Now McCaffrey here for SPR. As again, they're going to that corner. That's the worst place you can be stuck at on a basketball floor, and a turnover made. So Broomhall will get an easy two.
Yeah, as you say, just got trapped in the black hole in the
Yep.
corner there, and Swain again with the ball pressure forced her there, and then the double team came. So again, just ruthless defense from Ringleader.
So good take there by Nolan for the two. Great take. So last play here of the first half. Ringleader up by 18. Can they extend it? Will Broomhall floater? Banker will go at half time. And yes, we will clip that one up, Jobo. There we go. Half time comes. So it's a 20-point lead here to Ringleader at the moment. They lead at 44-24. Jacob.
Fitting into the quarter, isn't it? A Broomhall, another really tough shot. She's leading all players with 15 points, been fantastic, and you know, really it is just business as usual for Ringleader so far. A Broomhall masterclass, contributions from across the board, and they've got a big lead at half time. It'll be tough to overcome.
Absolutely. All right, we will take a break, and then we will come back after all the ads play. So that's been our small issue at the moment. The ads have been coming in a little bit too late, so we'll be back around. We'll be back after those ads. Ringleader leading by 20.
At Tassie Visuals, we believe every brand has a story worth sharing. We're not just creators, we're storytellers, crafting experiences that grab attention and drive results. Our expertise in video production, photography, drone operation, and website design turns your vision into reality.
All right, second half about to get underway here. As Swain with it. Here, if there's still an ad running through, my sincere apologies. I'll keep it on. No, we were able to get through, so all good. Foul on the play.
I think we've got a travel call there on Swain as she tried to wrestle in that offensive rebound. The right idea, but just a little bit of happy feet as she tried to collect.
So good D there by SPR. They're going to try and climb a 20-point margin back here, and well, that's the way to get it going there, Jacob.
Great recognition there from Wells. We've spoken about it a bit. Nyhouse has got such a size advantage. If they can get her inside position like that, it's almost a guaranteed bucket.
Yes, absolutely. As now Stevenson on the spin, splits for a couple, draws contact. I think that's going to be on McCaffrey, I'd think, unless Nyhouse gets it. Probably that's on Nyhouse there. So Tay Stevenson back at the line here for 2 free throws.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Nyhouse did a good job of getting across to the block, but a little bit of contact there.
Stevenson knocking down the first. And Stevenson will go 2 of 2.
She's up to 9 points now, Stevenson. 5 of 6 from the free throw line, so doing a good job of keeping things ticking over.
So Wells throwing a one up, and nothing but the bottom of the net for Emerson Wells.
First made 3 of the game for Emerson Wells, who's one of the best perimeter shooters in Island Hustle, so hopefully that'll open the dam wall for her if SPR are going to stay in this.
Broomhall for the response, yes.
Don't mind that, a little bit of tit for tat straight back at him.
Absolutely.
We spoke about that outside shot for Chloe Broomhall being an area for improvement, and that one there certainly looked pretty good.
Yeah, no, certainly. Good to see. Ferguson kicking this one out. Yeah. Ball into Wells down low. Wells going to work, needs help. Shot clock at 5, so Ferguson will throw up a 3. And well, everything now turning into gold here for SPR.
It was a bit of a grind that second quarter, but the shots are falling now. Could make for an exciting second half here.
It could well be. 17 the margin here at the moment. Swain to peg it back to 20, no good. Wells able to find a sneaky move out of that one. 3 ball, Ferguson back-to-back threes. And all of a sudden we're back to 14.
Well, this is the start that SPR needed. Still plenty of work to do, but they couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half.
Absolutely. Swain for the response, no good. Waller, I expect a timeout. Oh, ball goes out of bounds. I was going to say score there might have forced the hand of Jackson Collins to call timeout, but he'll stay with it.
Chance for them to take a breath there with the out of bounds. So I We're hoping to get into a set here and just calm things down.
Stevenson looking to go. Kicks this one out. Wilson with the floater. No good. Berry with the O-board and the 2.
Well, a lot of energy so far, hasn't she, Berry, in this game? Only her second bucket, but it feels like she's had a big impact.
Yep. Certainly showing that veteran status. That is for sure. Wells now goes up for the 2 off glass. No good. Yeah. Swain with the one-legged jumper. Couldn't get that to go. Taking a page out of Jack McVeigh's book there. SPR will looking to respond here. They've had a good start to this third quarter, and they draw another foul there, so that'll be on Stevenson. And Ferguson back to the line for 2. We have substitutions. Eva Schultz into the game, along with Abby Brown and McCaffrey and Swain having a breather.
Great recognition there from Ferguson. Just spotted Stevenson, caught on her heels a little bit, so forced a bit of contact.
So Ferguson at the line here for 2. Knocks down the first.
12 points now for Ferguson. She and Wells, the 2 in double figures for their team.
And Ferguson couldn't get that one to go. 1 or 2 there. Now, ball here with Broomhall. Back out to Wilson. Stevenson. Berry. Berry looking to go. Couldn't get that to go. Now the ball up the floor here for Wells. Wells just turn around and, well, threw it up, but no good. So this middle patch is crucial for SPR to continue on what they've built in the first 3 minutes of the quarter. But Ringleader doing a good job to hold sway here. That shot misses. Wilson did a good job without fouling on that one. Broomhall trying to split a couple, but good work by Waller. Stevenson looking to drive, goes up off glass, no good. Nyhouse and, well, Stevenson hustling like it. No other. Wilson short on the 3. She gets her own rebound, puts up a floater, no good. Something to do with this end of the floor, I swear, Jacob, where the ring is not forgiving.
It's not friendly, is it, so far?
No, certainly not. Shot clock at 4. Stevenson to break it, yes.
When you get so many offensive rebounds in a row, someone has to make a shot eventually, and it's Stevenson in the end who knocks down her first triple of the game, and that's just a bit of a steadier for Ringleader. SPR making a nice start to the quarter, but still an 18-point lead for Ringleader as they head into the timeout.
Yeah, it's just those stops on the defensive end they really need to try and capitalise more on, Jacob, where they, offensively, yes, we've been quite a bit more happier with how they're going about it, but yeah, it's more the defensive end, and Ringleader doing a good job of holding this, buffer of a lead that they've created.
Yeah, they've kept on working, if nothing else. SPR have started to get into their flow a little bit, but Ringleader making life as hard as possible for them, and then even when they haven't been making shots down this end, as we've said, up to 13 offensive rebounds now compared to SPR's 6, so they continue to just generate extra possessions for themselves, and really in this quarter that's what's kept them with a pretty good buffer.
Certainly has. Of course, great to have you with us by the YouTube channel of the Island Hustle. Make sure you subscribe and watch these games, and you can watch the minis as well too, because we usually clip up most of all the points nearly, just about. We can put a condensed game in as well too, so make sure you check that out. Of course, the Island Hustle, all supported by Tassie Visuals. Great to have them on board, along with our major partners in Champion Teamwear and JD Sports. Here as both teams are out of the huddle, and Hollingsworth to inbound this one in. So we'll see what SPR can do in these last 5 or so minutes of the third, and can they get a wriggle on here? And is that going to be on Berry? It is. Foul on Berry here. Can SPR find a way here and get back within a shot here of Ringleader, who have been well in control throughout this game? A 13-2 run at the start of the first quarter really set them up, and they haven't looked back ever since. And SPR have had to do a lot of catching up. Wells off glass, gets it.
She just keeps on working, doesn't she, Emerson Wells? 15 points now, but having to work so hard off the ball to get herself open.
Yes, certainly the defence for Ringleader stepping up a notch. Stevenson get a little stuck. Berry for a 2. I'd say, 3 points. We're hearing from the PA announcer. So she knocked that one from downtown. Now, Ferguson probably should have moved that on to the other side rather than going in, because that was well read by Ringleader. Broomhall up strong. Couldn't get it to go. Wells able to pick up the rebound. She comes down the floor here. Will pull up for 3. Couldn't get that to go. Did everything but go.
Seen a lot of them, haven't we? Just
yes.
In and out. Not much luck for SPR.
No. Broomhall looking to go. Wraparound pass. 3 ball by Wilson. Yes.
And that's how you avoid some bad luck with the rims. Just don't even touch the ring.
Absolutely. And there's a quick turnover on the play. And, Broomhall is absolutely frustrated with herself, so she couldn't make him pay. And then Wells lost it. Last touch. And it goes back to SPR. Sharby and Swain coming in for Berry and Stevenson. So a younger lineup out on the floor here for Ringleader. So play restarts. Schultz with it. Trying to go into Wells. Good. Wells did a good job of reeling that one in and getting the 2 as well too.
Again, almost lost the ball, but did a really good job to regather and make the layup still.
So margin at 19 here. Again, SPR had a bit of shooting quarter, but still defensively just giving up a bit too much. Good D by Schultz on that play there. Nolan coming in for Ferguson. Nyhouse also coming in for Sienna Nolan. Nine left on the shot clock. Wilson for another 3. The bank is open, Jacob.
Geez, when it's your night, it's your night. That's a 5th triple for Alinta Wilson. She's got 15 points now.
Absolutely. Wilson having a good game so far, and, the bank is just proving that as well. And she'll pick up a foul there at the other end for all likings as well.
It's all right. I think they'd take that. Trade a 3 at one end for a couple of free throws at the other.
Yes, Wells for just... Again, catching Wilson off guard. So Emerson Wells at the line here for 2. This is the first. And knocks down the second. So 21 arm margin here.
After what's felt like a pretty good quarter for SPR, they're pretty much back where they started at half time. So a lot of hard work, and they haven't been able to make much of a dent.
Yes. Unfortunately, I think at the moment, the way this game is played at the moment, Ringleader certainly in the box seat here to take this one out very comfortably. But stranger things have happened, Jacob, so let's see if anything does as Nolan takes it to the ring. Nice take there by Paige Nolan.
Good aggression, driving to the basket. She's had a nice impact. 6 points now, Nolan, and some nice finishes around the basket.
Yeah, doing a good job. Spoke to her dad during the week as well too, and Nolan doing everything right at the moment as Nyhouse pulls that one in. Hollingsworth is with it there, able to pick it up. And now Wells with it here for SPR. So Schultz putting it to the floor. Schultz goes up with the up and under, no good there. Now up the floor, Wilson to get herself a 2. No, just bobbled it, so gets stuck. And, good defence there by Nyhouse and Hollingsworth. So Hollingsworth slowing this one down for the troops. Wells looking to go. Wells, tough floater off glass, gets it.
Jeez, that's a tough move, isn't it? Thought it was pretty good defence from Sharvey, but Wells just powered through and able to finish.
Just able to finish up strong. Now, Brown for 3. No good. Nolan able to get the rebound. Now ball to Hollingsworth, which was good running by young Lucy there. And, just coughed it up there on that one. Just fell over. Now Sharby. Now three ball by, that was Wilson, and unfortunately missed everything. Now Schultz getting a little bit stuck here. Gives off to Nyhouse. That's a Hollingsworth. Now Schultz, nice turn. Can she get the finish? She can. Great work there by Eva Schultz.
It's been a big difference this quarter, hasn't it, that SPR have been able to get downhill a little bit, find some breathing room and get to the basket. Done well to get it back to 15 at least.
Yes, I was going to say, we did say 21 at one point there, Jacob, and now all of a sudden we're back to 15. Swain looking to extend it back to 18.
Swain up to 11 points, the fourth player in double figures for Ringleader, so everyone really doing their part here.
Yep. So shot clock and game clock around about a two second differential. There's Nolan into Nyhouse. Nice work, but no good. And Wells once again in the thick of the action there draws the foul. She'll go back to the line here for two more.
Just trying to will her team back into it, isn't she, Emerson Wells? It's not always been pretty, but on that occasion, offensive rebound and draws the foul.
We haven't seen this throughout the year, Jacob, haven't we? Especially at NBL1 South level, where there were a couple of players there that, it's like, just climb on my back and here we go. We're gonna win this ball game.
Yeah.
And you feel like Emerson Wells is kind of doing a similar thing here at the moment. Just probably needs a couple more of her players to be that support cast for her.
Yeah, needs someone to go with her, but really can't fault her effort and her performance so far in this game.
Definitely not. Broomhall here, no good. So three-quarter time comes, a 17-point lead currently to Ringleader as they lead 65-48 here on the Island Hustle YouTube channel. Great to have you with us, wherever you might be watching. In your comfort of your own home. I swear we need to have heaters up here in the broadcast area if we ever have another cold night like this. But, well, Jacob, it's going to be that defensive end that really SPR will need to capitalise on and make shots, which they did in that third quarter. But again, it's the defensive end really that's going to be the key here if SPR have got a chance here to win it.
100%. They need to be able to, first of all, force misses, but then close out possessions as well. We've seen him give up 14 offensive rebounds here, which has meant that Ringleader, as we quickly scan the stat sheet, I think it's taken 19 more field goals in this game. So you can't really give up that many extra opportunities and expect to win, particularly when it has been a bit of a rough shooting night at times for both teams. So I think if they can start to wrestle back a bit of the ascendancy on the glass, keep playing the way they did in that third term for most of it, they'll be in a reasonable spot to at least dig into this deficit. It might be too much to overcome, but they'll give themselves a chance.
Yes, absolutely. If they can give themselves a chance, that's what you want. You always want a fighting chance in these ball games, and hopefully SPR can make a bit of a run here and just put a little bit of scoreboard pressure on. Of course, coming up for you in our men's game, it's DR Builders taking on Iron Creek Bay, which should be a good one as well too. So looking forward to that matchup. On what is yes, as we mentioned throughout the broadcast, a cold Friday night here in Hobart.
Yeah, it's feeling pretty fresh up here in our commentary position.
I
but
was going to say, was it pretty fresh at your workplace today, Jacob?
Oh, it was, but I was like you. I stayed inside for most of the day as much
good.
as I could. So
yes.
Smart decision on a day like
would
today.
Would not be wanting to run out on that field. I reckon it'd be a bit damp out there down the road.
Tell you what, though, if anything's going to warm me up on a Friday night, it's that clash we've got coming up.
Oh, yes.
First versus second. As good as it gets in Island Hustle. So
absolutely.
A big last quarter here to finish off, and then plenty to look forward to still.
Yeah, no, looking forward to it. Of course, Jack Stanwick's on one side of the team, and then, of course, you've got Ambrose Oogster on the other side of the team. I've heard a couple of outs, which we'll cover in our men's game a little bit later for you. Meanwhile, Nolan putting it to the floor. Now, Hollingsworth from deep. Oh, the bank is open once again.
Oh, that evens it up at least one apiece off glass. So
that's 1-1.
Both teams making the most of it at either end.
So Lucy Hollingsworth will definitely take that. Might have to ask her a little bit later on how that bank 3 went in. Meanwhile, Stevenson for the response. No good on that one. Wilson getting amongst it there, but Hollingsworth did a good job holding on. Now she is triple teamed and had no choice but to force a jump ball.
Just accepted her fate there, didn't she, with three players?
Absolutely.
Three opposition players around her.
I think the look on her face just kind of told us all, that I think I'll just hold on to it.
Not a whole heap you can do in that spot.
No. Wilson off the straight cut. Now Stevenson for 3. No good. Again, Stevenson having some shooting woes this evening here at Bahrain.
But again, SPR unable to close it out, so they forced 2 misses here, but can't get the ball back to try and generate some offense.
Swain's got it here for us as she looks to go here. Try to cross over. Probably spent it before she got it. Wilson, that 3 ball continues for Linta Wilson.
That's a tough one off the dribble as well. Didn't have a whole heap of space to work with as, again, we see Ringleader pressing up the court.
Yeah, they're not holding back. Again, this has been now a couple of weeks in a row now where they really have been relentless on this up-the-floor pressure, and they're certainly not giving any of the teams any leverage. Oh, a bit of a big hit there. Now, who's that going to be on? Is that on Stevenson or Schultz?
I think it's on Stevenson. She doesn't look too impressed.
Yeah. I was going to say the two number 10s going at it, and in the end, Stevenson.
Gone the other way.
No, went on Schultz actually. There you go.
Stevenson not impressed with the contact then in that case.
So. Meanwhile, Broomhall on the spin. Nice pass, Stevenson. Now Wilson for back-to-back triples is no good.
Looks pretty good from our commentary position directly behind.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Berry getting amongst it. He got the steal. Stevenson going cross-court here, back to Wilson. And again, this has been happening every week where all the players in both men's and women's competition have, again, not realise where their feet are on that sideline and then go out of bounds somehow with the ball.
Can we widen the courts here a bit, extend the corners out?
I think we need an NBA floor, like what we saw last weekend, Jacob.
Yeah, just a little bit of extra room to work with. Might do some of these players some good.
Yes, absolutely. Waller now putting it to the floor. I mean, I suppose that's the next question. We talk about the evolution of the game and how it's rising. We know the NBA has a longer floor. I wonder if FIBA would ever think about bringing a bigger floor in or longer floor in.
Yeah, a bit of extra spacing.
It's food for thought.
Something to look at, isn't it?
Yeah. Because again, it's just a coach killer when those players do step out of bounds from that sideline, Jacob, and it's just one of those wasted opportunities, unfortunately, when you've done so good for most of the offense. Now inside to Nyhouse. Nyhouse with the turnaround J is good. Gets to 2 there.
Nice finish from Nyhouse there. She's gotten to that shot a few times, but it hasn't really been dropping. She'll be glad to see that one go down.
So Stevenson from deep, and yes, finally gets one to go down.
And that's 12 threes now in the game for Ringleader. A real point of difference for them, the way they've been able to knock down perimeter shots.
Ferguson tried to respond, but no good. Ball goes back to Ringleader here.
Again, we saw SPR make a little bit of a run early in this quarter, but it feels like Ringleader again have had all the answers. You think maybe that last 3 might have almost put this one to bed.
I think so. 18 here, but still probably, this middle patch really important, but if Ringleader through Stevenson can put points on like that, then it makes it incredibly difficult here to kind of make a run at it. As Wells gets the 2.
Wells, game's leading scorer with 23 now. She's worked hard the whole game.
Broomhall going up strong, draws contact, and will go to line here for 2.
It's not been Chloe Broomhall's biggest game so far, but
no.
She's still been fantastic, hasn't she? When you look at it, 18 points, shooting the ball well, 9 rebounds, 4 steals. Has really just, been willing to defer to her teammates, but when they've needed her to step up and take charge, she's done it really well.
She certainly has. Chloe Broomhall has been outstanding throughout this first part of the season. And no wonder she's the #1 draft pick of this competition and gets her own rebound, if you don't mind. And then another jump ball as Broomhall hits hard to the ground and just holding on, clutching onto that elbow there.
It's one thing you can say about Chloe Broomhall. She won't stop scrapping like that, even when there's an almost 20-point lead in hand.
Definitely.
You're right, she's come up a little bit sore from that one.
Yes, hit hard on the floor. They're going to attend to the wet spot here. And so we'll give a little bit of breathing space for Chloe. Of course, I think Mum and Dad are in the house tonight. Good to see. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Broomhall's had some interest from some US colleges. So again, remains to be seen whether Chloe Broomhall does stick around next year. As we get closer, we're getting there before MBL1 South starts. Still have no fixture yet, Jacob, by the way, too. Waiting for that. Meanwhile, offensive foul on the play.
For some of the contact we've seen on both ends, didn't seem to be too much there, but quick call from the referees.
Yes, absolutely. So play restarts as Wells brings this one down. Now Schultz for 3 is just off. And then last touch by Ferguson, so back to Ringleader. So Stevenson bringing this one down the floor here. We're just on near 6 minutes remaining here, term number 4. And again, this has all been set up by Ringleader in the first quarter and haven't looked back. Brown, not afraid to fire one, and just couldn't get that one to go. So Wells coming down the floor now. Ferguson finds an opening and takes the 2.
Beautiful work there from Ferguson. The nice step through for the finish as we get a timeout in response from Ringleader. Their lead's at 17 with a little under 6 minutes to go, so still fairly comfortable, but Jackson Collins clearly seeing something that he wants to work through here.
Absolutely. As again, some of the coaches do nitpick. Good to see people are tuning in, by the way, as well too. Thank you, Liam. Good to see you tuning in. The text line is always open, folks, but don't be afraid to say hi. We'll try and give you a shout out on the broadcast where possible at times. As yes, can kind of relate to those kind of things, Jacob, where you can be up by so much, but then you can identify smaller things within the game, and then, well, let's coach that because we know the bigger result is we've got it in the bag. Let's now focus on some little things to work on. And again, that can be broken down by possession on what they're trying to do, or it might be, well, what do we want to do for the next couple of plays ahead of the game? Yeah,
and I think for a team like Ringleader, it's really important, isn't it? Because started the season undefeated. This will be their 4th win if they can close it out from 4. But that means that you're the hunted for the rest of the season.
Yes.
Teams are going to be looking for ways to take you down. So you can't really afford to stagnate and just keep doing the same things. You have to keep looking for ways to improve. So late in a game like this where they've just about got it wrapped up, it's an opportunity to, either refine what they have been doing or try and mix things up a little bit and see what they might have moving forward.
Absolutely. And, of course, with all the teams now playing each other, it'll be interesting to see in the second part of the season now what adjustments teams will be making against when they play them again as Wilson gets that 2 to go.
Nice little floater there from Wilson. That's her first 2-point field goal of the game. She's made 6 threes, but
yes,
getting one to go from closer range.
She has certainly been on fire tonight from the land of plenty, has Alinta Wilson been. As Ferguson sees an opening, draws a foul. Broomhall probably made contact there. Her expression tells us otherwise, and, well, Ferguson at the line for 2.
A couple of nice drives in a row from Ferguson. She's worked her way up to 14 points. It's below her usual, averaging almost 23 a game, but still not a bad effort from her in a game where her team struggled to put points on the board. And
Ferguson will go 2-2. So back to 15 here. So now SPR trying to take a bit of Ringleader's own medicine there. But a foul on the play. And Broomhall still clutching on that elbow there, Jacob.
It'll be one to watch, won't it? Heading into next week even.
Yes.
Hopefully nothing too serious. She's staying out on the floor, so that's always a good sign.
Yep. One would hope she hit a funny bone or something at least, maybe. Broomhall now putting it to the floor. Gives off to Brown. That's a good give. A good D there by SPR. As Wells. Now Ferguson. Ferguson putting it to the floor. Kick out pass here. Three ball is good.
Nice knockdown from Schultz there.
Yes, I was going to say, you probably had the better look than what I did there, Jacob. We do get a bit obscured from up here, but it's all right. Berry, well, she shot the ball, get her own rebound, and then able to draw a foul and go to line here for two.
Again, we've said it time and again, but SPR make the three at one end, get it back to 14, maybe still a glimmer of hope, but then you can't allow a player to, one, grab an offensive rebound, but two, do it off their own shot.
And they've just had all the answers tonight, haven't they? As you mentioned, like SPR make a run, but then all of a sudden Ringleader just come out and get a basket of their own there just to kind of kill that momentum.
It's been a response every time, hasn't there? You know, every time SPR's looked likely, Ringleader's hit back, but it was all set up by that early flurry, really, from Ringleader. The 23-14 first quarter and then 21-10 in the second, a big lead that they've had in hand ever since.
Turnover here as Broomhall couldn't get the two. Nyhouse able to pick up the rebound. And now Schultz down the floor here. Couldn't get that two to go. Wilson able to get the rebound. Now Broomhall's got it for us. Now Sharby. Swain for three is way off. And Schultz able to pick up the rebound. So Wells, now Waller thought about it. Now Wells will try luck from deep and back on that one. So Broomhall coming up the floor here through Swain. Now Broomhall's got it back for us once again. Very potent here. The defense of SPR were, but unfortunately, Kate Berry just knocks one down.
I think SPR would have been pretty happy with that defensive possession, wouldn't they? Berry sort of stuck on the spot, forced to pull up, but when it's your night, and it's certainly been Ringleader's night so far.
Yeah, they've been shooting the ball quite well. So I thought that was a bit of defensive phase there for SPR, but then Berry just comes out and whacks. So even on the defensive phase where, we can contain you up high. No, we've got an answer. We'll knock down a bucket. And force the time out here as Nat Geard and Chris Sunbill talk with the troops.
Yeah, we've said it before, but just the all-around effort from Ringleader. They've got 3 players with 15 or more points, 4 in double digits. Wilson leading the way with 20, as we said. She's made 6 threes. Broomhall with 19, Stevenson with 17, Swain with 11, and the 5th starter, Berry, with 9. So they could all end up in double digits by the end of the game. It's really tough to overcome that kind of even spread of talent and of scoring.
Yes, absolutely. It will be tough to stop there. Just having a quick look around the place again. Not a bad little crowd in here, actually, for Friday night. We have mentioned a lot about the weather throughout the broadcast, and good crowd showing up here tonight, Jacob.
Hasn't scared people away too much, has it?
No, certainly not. I think there's a few in the bar area as well too, so I ducked my head through the curtain, and there's a few on the bar, which is good to see. So play restarts here as we have a Wallet coming down the floor. Now Nyhouse, but good hands by Swain now to pick that one off. Now up the floor we come here. Swain just taking her time though. Schultz trying to get all over it. Now cross-court pass. Broomhall, shot clock at 8 here, so Swain will look to go up strong over Nyhouse if you don't mind.
Beautiful finish from Swain. Again, not her biggest game, but she's stepped up in a lot of important moments for Ringleader.
Certainly has. Now, Wells pulling up for a 2. No good on that one. Now Sharby up strong, and well, George contact on Ferguson, and we'll go to the line for 1. And well, George is Sharby.
It's not a bad way to get your first points on the board, is
Yeah.
it? Tough and 1 finish.
Very tough one. Yeah. Good take. Of course, plays her local basketball out at Southern Wolves as well too. So good to see she's stepping up in the competition here. So she will try and complete a 3-point play and can't. We might have put the mockers on her. We might take that one. So McCaffrey, now Waller putting it to the floor and draws contact. So foul here on Chloe Broomhall.
Looks a bit bemused by that call, Broomhall.
Yes. Though again, 20 when you're up by 21,
Yeah,
I think you're fine.
I think she can laugh about it a bit more than she might if it was a closer game.
Absolutely. Yeah. JB providing comments off mic as ball last touched by Swain. And substitution here is Abby Brown is coming into the ball game, and Kate Berry having a breather. Just trying to see who's down out on the floor down here as well too. Yeah, okay, a few of the lads in. Good to see. Meanwhile, the 2 goes there for Emerson Wells. So this game pretty much all but done as another foul here. So looks like we're playing the long game here a little bit, Jacob.
Stretching it out a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, we've said it a few times, haven't we, that Ringleader, I don't think at any point this season have shown any sign of taking their foot off the gas. So
No.
they're going to keep on attacking like Swain did there right until the final buzzer.
And Swain at the line for 2. Yeah, okay, that's interesting news to see there, Jacob, as you and I are both NBL followers, to a close eye. So that's one we'll talk off camera after the game. Meanwhile, ball here with Broomhall here. Broomhall, again, aggressive with the take, just couldn't get the finish, and down she goes again. Should be right. A little bit more pressure up the floor once again. Ringleader not holding back. So Ferguson, a score here would be nice, but well, I don't know if that was the right shot to take there. There's Swain now. Looks to go. Up strong, draws contact, and Swain will go back to the line for 2.
Swain again doing a great job of just spotting a bit of a crack in the defence and forcing her way in.
And I think the nice thing about Neve Swain is that she has some good basketball IQ. She's been under some really good coaches at Hobart Phoenix throughout the last few years of her playing. And she's just I think she's going to be one of those players to watch, Jacob, in a few years to come, where I think just don't underestimate her. You know, if she can get a little bit more growth into her, height-wise, of course, and continue on with that shooting form that she has, I feel like she'll do pretty well, as we have another foul on the play.
No, you're right. I think been really impressive in this game, the way that she's been really confident and assertive throughout without forcing the issue too much. Made a couple of shots early, but didn't get too carried away. In the end, she's built into a really nice game. 14 points, 8 rebounds, a couple of assists, 3 steals. So like most of Ringleader's players, she's really done everything she's needed to.
Absolutely. And getting word from Shane Appleby about she'll have a talk with assistant coach Ash down there, and get that sorted out for next week's games. Because she's been very quiet down there. Usually I can hear her through the headset, but
haven't needed too much energy in this
one. No, not in this one. That could be why. Maybe because they've been up all game. As Sharvey just lets that one go through to the out of bounds. Just a little bit too quick on that play. Under a minute to go here in the last quarter. And this will be a convincing win here for Ringleader, and that will keep them on the top of the ladder and have a fair bit of breathing space as well too with the margin as well. Ellie Ferguson from downtown.
From long range as well. Well outside the three-point arc, hand in her face, but that's what she can do.
Yes, pivotal knockdown shooter. Swain nearly wanted to match that. Sharvey now up strong and gets the 2.
She's had a nice finish to the game, hasn't she? A couple of good finishes in there.
Yep, that certainly has. And we'll do a good job. Text line is always open here. I'll come back to that as McCaffrey gets the 2. Apparently with Shana's absent. Apparently that might be the reason why. Full time here, we'll see a win for Ringleader here and win it pretty convincingly here by 16 points in the, no, 17 points in the end. Was it 16? It might have been 16. I think the bench are trying to, just try and wipe the scoreboard, Jacob. But a 16-point win there for Ringleader. And as we mentioned, they controlled it from go to O and got a comfortable win here tonight.
Yeah, they did. SPR ended up winning the third and fourth quarters, but it really didn't matter because Ringleader built such a massive lead early on, made shots at a high level, defended at a high level, rebounded at a high level. Really impossible to find any fault in their game. So full credit to Ringleader. They stay undefeated on top of the ladder, and they're going to be very tough to beat in this Island Hustle competition.
Absolutely, and I'd be interested. I think I would. Well, I tell you what, play of the game would be quite interesting.
Tough decision, isn't it? As you look down the stat sheet, Wilson top scores for Ringleader with 20. Broomhall 19 and 10 rebounds along with 5 steals. Stevenson ended up with 17. Neve Swain with 15 and 8 rebounds. So it'll be a big decision there. Shout out as well for SPR to Emerson Wells, who had 25 points and 12 rebounds. A big game from her again, but it wasn't quite enough to get them in the contest.
No, we'll come back. I think what we do, we'll come back to everyone who got the player of the game, because we'll cut this stream off, and then we'll start the men's stream, and we'll come back to you in about. Well, I'm just trying to see what. Okay, we've only got a very short break. All right, we will go to break, and we'll come back with the men's game with the other on the other stream. So, thanks for tuning in to this one. We'll see you on the other side.